Hey, all right, here we go.
Oh.
You need your thingy.
Yeah.
You're dealing with thingy.
There we go. My boat jacket.
All right, okay, it looks like it's working. All right, I'm gonna check the stream real quick, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Hi, friends. It looks like we have Reset and Spike on here. Thanks for joining us. We have had a very crazy busy day today. We started the day with a group of, I think it was almost 50 people, mainly kids from Nova Scotia, here for 4-H. And then they came in and had booked the space for a private event in the morning. And then we had about a half an hour between them and opening. And then it's just been nonstop all day. We're on, I think we've 3 birthday parties, 3rd birthday party. 2 of them are in here at the same time right now of the day. And we're at 91 people in the arcade, not including the private group this morning. So we've had over 100 people in the arcade today, but 91 people. We're very close to cracking 100. It hasn't happened too many times. We've gotten close.
Yeah.
But only like a couple of times we've had 100 people in the day. Usually we have like 80 or 90. So 91, if you're around, come by, help us get to our last night.
Push us over the edge.
Right?
Yeah, there's people, you can see on the screen in the far right, the guy who's got the meat shirt on. So that's one of the birthday parties, and I think there's 5 of them.
5 of them, yeah. And they all have...
And they did some sort of like, give the person an
the worst
obnoxious
shirt
that
yeah.
they will find. So they're all wearing goofy shirts, and that was his prize. It says, "I rub my meat before I stick my meat in," or something like that.
And then there's another guy who they found a shirt that was, someone put it on to do like a photo shoot to reveal that they were pregnant, and it says like
it's the ultrasound.
Yeah, but it says "Hi Daddy," and he's wearing it, and it's someone else's ultrasound shirt that has an ultrasound, and it's like, you know, coming in June 2010. So
let's look at chat. Reset. Hi, Reset. It's Spike. Hey, Spike. Reset says, "Fixing dinner. I'll be here when it starts." We've started. I hope your dinner's ready.
Sorry.
We are going to do, this is what we're going to be doing later. New product we got in, which is a Warhead sour pickle. Extreme sour pickle, sorry. So we're going to try one of these later. We'll wait until it slows down a little bit, because
I'm a big pickle person, so I'm interested to try this.
I've heard mixed reviews.
I think it depends on what you like. I mean, if you like sour and you like pickles, you probably like it. I'm not sure how that falls on my pickle scale. All right, and what is your shirt? I heard about everyone else. A groundhog, or is that a beaver, and UFOs?
Yeah.
I love it. That is an excellent idea. Alrighty. 1 and 2. Do you want me to open that for you?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Okay. 719 from 20. Perfect.
The garbage pail kids.
Yes.
We got those because we got into tarot cards.
That is so. I'm a tarot card reader, and that's just really random.
They're pretty. I
so
opened
cool.
a box and I have it at home. I'd show it to you, but they did a really good job on the design.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like Hangman is like one of the garbage pail kids upside down. Like
so
they've done
cool.
the typical stuff, but it's all them.
The garbage pail kids.
Yeah,
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
1280 for you.
And the cards are pretty nice. Like they're good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with a little manual, and everything, and
That's
it's
awesome.
nice.
I will keep that in mind for my next trip here. That's hilarious. That's so good.
So
She's gonna get them before she leaves.
I hope so. Yeah. Oh.
That's so
Get it for her birthday.
My sister used to collect the stickers.
You can get her a little set if her birthday's coming up or something. Surprise her. We saw these, one of the distributors, and we're like, oh, we have to get some. And then we found those, and we're like, just too perfect.
That is perfect. That is too funny. Oh,
All right. Sorry, we're getting distracted by people. See, I told you it was a busy day. Oh my gosh. I hope she gets them. Everybody should pitch in and buy it for her birthday.
So we were talking about our busy day. So next door at the pizza place, they were talking about how today was going to be busy for them. So the 4-H group that came in, we had talked to them a few months ago and they had scheduled the time. And then there's a place about 5 or 6 minutes away from here called Island Hill Farms. And it's like a petting zoo type thing, but like it's a proper farm. They have goats and they have baby goats, and you can actually schedule to come in and feed their baby goats. And they'll give you like a half an hour time to bottle feed the baby goats, which is kind of cute. They have like little miniature donkeys, miniature cows, chickens, that whole thing, right? But it's actually a pretty cool place. There's a couple big structures there, barns.
Oh, he lasted a long time on that thrills.
So anyway, so the owners of Island Hill were down here. We were talking to them, and we were talking about working on some joint promotion things. And they said, oh yeah, on the 15th, we have a lot of people coming in, and I think they're stopping here first. And so what we assumed was happening is that all the 4-H kids were going to come here. They were going to have pizza, and then they were going to go to Island Hill Farm. So next door, they're like, oh yeah, we've got a busy day tomorrow, and they scheduled some extra workers to come in. And so all the 4-H kids came in, they played in here, and then they all left and went to Island Farm. So we're like, did we screw up? Did we kind of give them the impression that there was a
big group coming in?
Big group coming in for pizza? And then it was probably...
Ooh, excellent. That comes to $1.
You can't smoke those in here.
We have some other ones too that are, I don't know if you saw, there's like other styles. And there's chocolate ones too.
And these from South Africa. And they're chocolate.
So anyways, they left and we're like, uh-oh. But then...
Yeah. But then it was probably... God, what time was it that they came in?
Half an hour
12:30?
later,
That's
12?
stupid exciting.
Are you going to do both?
Yes.
All right.
It's a nasty habit, but I'm not going to judge.
$3.62. So you can tap our insert right there. So the one thing, they have two paper...
There's two paper wrappers around the chocolate stick, and they're really hard to get off. But if you can peel off the first one, you can manage to get the inside, and it'll just slide out, and then the inside one just falls off.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're really kind of funky.
Yeah, so there's like one on the outside, and then if you get the outside, I don't know how to... It's so weird. Oh, there we go. So if you get that outside one off, then the second one just pops. It's really strange.
Yeah, then you can just slide it out.
I think there's obviously a little...
There's a little chocolate on that one, though. So.
Yeah. There must be a trick to it, but we haven't taken the time.
We don't know it.
See? There you go. So that one, once you get it going, it rolls off, and then that one just pops off.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Here we go.
Thanks.
Can you share some fun treats with me?
It's such a...
Chocolate candy cigarette.
And it's a really strange... Like, it's a waxy chocolate, but there's also another flavor in there.
Yeah. So anyway, about 12:30, we noticed people starting to fill up next door. A tour bus filled with...
I think they were Japanese tourists.
probably like 50
Japanese tourists
Japanese
love
tourists.
PEI.
and they just piled in there and sat down and had pizza. And then about 5 of them came in here looking around. We were pretty busy. And so I stopped them and explained to them what was going on. They were like, oh, and then they turned around and laughed because I think they thought this was all coin drop or something. And then we saw them over, we've got 4 games next door in their dining room. And we saw them over kind of messing around with it, but we went over there and like they'd only played like 1 game.
Quarter. Oh, let's catch up on the chat.
Yeah.
Reset
Oh,
says,
the chat.
yo, Spike says, look at all of them Canadians. Hey, Canadians. Hey, Spike. Reset, no hats. There's lots of hats in here, isn't there? There's a couple hats. Lies, I see a hat. See? All right. Jules likes music. That's different than Rebecca likes music. Hello, Jules. I think you get along with Rebecca likes music. She usually pops into the chat. Ayo, why does that guy's shirt say meat?
It doesn't say meat. It says, I rub my meat before I stick it in.
Talking about barbecue.
And we were just explaining that there's a group of 5 of them in here. It's one of the women, it's her birthday, and they did some sort of like find the worst shirt you can find, bring it to the party, and give it to someone who's going to the party. So they all have crappy or weird t-shirts on. One of them has is it the birthday girl that has the beaver one?
Beaver shirt is
It's a
birthday
beaver.
girl.
It's a picture of a beaver with
UFOs.
flying saucers. One says, "You're either a smart fella
or a fart smella.
Yeah. And then one guy has it's an ultrasound of someone's baby. Says, "I'm going to be a father" or something. But it's like
That they found in a thrift store from 14 years ago.
All right, so we're up to speed on the wacky shirts.
All right, yo, Rebecca. Did we miss Rebecca jumping into the chat?
I think, is Rebecca Jules?
Did you change your name, Jules? Rebecca, let us know. Conniving beavers. Yeah, so we've got 3 different groups in right now. We've got a group of 13 for a birthday party. 16 for a birthday party, a group of 5 for another birthday party, and then, 13, 3, and 5. And some people have never played pinball before.
Thank you.
You're very well. Oh, can we get a picture of you guys? Yeah. Seven's gonna grab it. You're missing one.
Yeah,
Oh, there's 2 outside. Okay. You can take a picture inside,
Where do you
outside.
want us?
Just
Oh, they're just
maybe over
gonna-
here.
Okay.
They're finishing their cigarette.
Okay.
All right. What's next on the birthday adventure?
What?
I said, what's next on the birthday
They
adventure?
made some kind of cake. I don't know what it is yet.
Some kind of cake.
Yeah.
Some kind of cake. After the shirts, I'm sure that's going to be a big surprise.
There's like a big entrance for the cake and everything.
Oh my gosh. If it's posted anywhere on like social media, send us a link so we can see. Now I'm very interested.
And blind karaoke, where you don't know what karaoke song someone else puts on, and you have to go and like just try your best.
I
See if you know.
love it. Oh my gosh.
Are you doing the karaoke like in a house or at a club or something or somewhere?
Yeah.
Start small, or we start taking it public.
I used to live in a town that had a moose lodge kind of place, and they would do karaoke, but we called it scarioke because the people that went to go was like, ooh boy, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's what it's going to be at this apartment.
Legit scary. Some of these people are outside finishing the smoke, and we're going to take a picture of them. Oh yeah, and then the other woman's wearing a face, like weird
We're live
face on
streaming,
her shirt.
so she's not talking to
Yeah.
herself.
Sometimes I do. When I lived in China for a while, and like they call it KTV, right? And a lot of restaurants you can go in and they have rooms. So you go in and you eat dinner, but then they also have karaoke machines in the rooms. So you go eat food, and because they do a lot of like share family style, right? So So you have like big table, lots of food, lots of alcohol, and lots of songs, and you know, people would just pick whatever. And they've never played, you know, a lot of Chinese. They have lots of English songs, but Chinese people have never played them, and they just like would pick at random, and then it would be interesting. However, the song ended up being sung that you knew. So I can appreciate blind karaoke. Here they come. Slowly but surely. Is there anyone in the disco booth right now? Yes, that's okay. It's really hard to take a bad picture in here. There's so many awesome lights and everything. All right, Seven's
Yeah,
gonna
so
take a
maybe
picture.
just right here, and then I can.
Got to make sure we can see the ultrasound and the fabulous face there. So you can see most of them here. The guy in the jacket at the end is the one that's got the ultrasound.
All right, here we go.
And then beside him, his girlfriend's got this weird put together, you know those weird faces that you can use apps to like
Turn a
add
little
a
bit more.
face to something?
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
So it's like one of those just lips and eyes and a weird
Awesome.
nose.
It doesn't really match up. It's a little hard to read. Yeah.
So good.
We're live streaming right now, and someone said, "Why does that guy's shirt say Pete?" Thanks for coming in, guys. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Good luck with the cake.
I'm from up west, and I was the cake maker, and I had to like take it from almost West Point to Charlottetown without like it being ruined. I was like,
Congratulations.
thank you. It slid a little bit on the plate, but we're okay.
Ah, this is the best. Sometimes I like our job. Well, most of the time I like our job. Except for today, the group of kids that we're in, they weren't bad kids, but they were loud.
They were very loud.
And it was just, I can deal with all of the sounds in here from the machines and people, but when there's just high-pitched squeal screaming, it does something to my brain. All right, we got to
So let's
catch
go
up.
here. All right, we're catching up to chat.
All right,
And
this is
Jules
Rebecca.
Likes Music says, "This be Rebecca." So apparently, Rebecca has turned into Jules the pirate who likes music. This be Rebecca.
Ah, ha, ha. I like it. If that's your real name.
Mike says Jules sounds like a cat's name.
We had a cat named Fred. Jules,
I
Fred.
had a cat named Ashtray
We have a cat named Walnut
and Monster.
and Gumbo.
Yeah.
We named her Monster because she was so cute, and now she's actually really overweight. You can't see when she sits, her toes get covered because she's so fat.
She's sort of brown. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a gland problem. I don't think it's a food problem.
I don't know. I think she stress eats in the middle of the night when we're all asleep because I swear to God, I never see her eat. But then I think she like stress eats because for what, I don't know. I think she has body image issues or something. It's terrible. Anyways,
Yeah, and then Gumbo, we named him Gumbo because we had just bought a cookbook on Louisiana cooking.
yeah.
And we went to go pick up this cat, and
And we found the
Like-
cookbook on the way.
yeah, and we're like, what do we name it? I looked over at the cookbook, or you looked
I think
at
I
the
was
cookbook,
like,
you're like,
Gumbo. And it
Works
stuck.
for me.
Yeah. And then we have another cat named Asparagus, the theater cat, but we call him Gus for short.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's a T.S. Eliot thing, yeah.
Yeah, T.S. Eliot. All right, backing up. Smoke break. Jules likes music. Oh, did you want to read?
Okay. And then reset, smoke break. So that reset must be, who was always taking the smoke break? Matthew?
Matthew?
Yeah.
Matthew, by the way, we ordered our board for Starship Troopers.
They have cake in Canada. Amazing. Yes, we have cake.
Very good cake. Cigarette break.
They paved the streets with hockey pucks. Maybe.
There was
Not
a
around
kid
here.
in today with a hockey puck and 2 little hockey sticks.
Oh yeah, you got that. The birthday kid got that.
You want to go over to Palooka? Sorry. Side note, we have a really tight space here, so I can't
All right,
like
this
walk
one's working,
around
but it takes an
and
extra
jump out of the
push
way.
of a lever.
And since I'm
So
sitting
you started a
inside
five
on the
ball
inside
game.
chair, I have to send 7 away
This,
to do
push that
things
in to lift the
when
ball up.
when we notice
That's just
them.
how they did it back in the old days.
All right. What is that?
Outlane Pinball says we have a cat named Gus.
Hey, Outlane.
Gus is a good name for a cat.
Yeah.
Our Gus is kind of a big, goofy, like Maine Coon and ragdoll mix.
Yeah. He's, and the thing that I keep saying that's really upsetting is he's this total, like a tomboy Mancoon is the father, and then it's a ragdoll cat was the mom that wasn't fixed in time. And and then we bought Gumbo, I say we rescued him because the family we got him from was kind of like an animal hoarding. And we're pretty sure Gumbo's dad was also his grandfather, and his mother was also his sister, and he's got this doofy, stupid-looking face, short little legs, tons of fur, and Gus is the one that
And
ends
an underbite.
and an underbite, and I'm going to pull up the picture of his teeth that I got. And Gus somehow is the one with a heart murmur. And Gumbo, the one that's probably like 5 generations incestual, doesn't end up with anything. It's
Well,
so
that we
crazy.
know yet.
Right? Let's see. Can you see it on the camera? Do you see these dorky little teeth here? I don't know if you can see it, but that's him. This stupid little. I caught him mid-sneeze. It's pretty cute. Little flu. Anyways. We're talking about maple syrup and bacon bits on cake? Yes. Sorry, I'll be quiet now.
I want maple syrup and bacon bits on my cake.
I bet they've made donuts, like bacon. I think they've made bacon donuts that have maple syrup on them. I mean, it's Canada. Of course they have.
Well, they have maple donuts, maple
Yeah.
bars, and stuff like that.
But I mean, I think there's actually been donuts with bacon on them. We have a cat named Gus, Outlane. It's short for Gustav. Is he German? You got a German cat? Reset says, sounds like a Biden.
I have no idea what that means.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm gonna go move that camera. I don't like that camera there.
Seven's gonna move the camera. A mutant. Who? Gus? Probably. What's that? If you're living in BC, I just got a message on my phone because I haven't changed my home address on Google yet. That says there's a severe thunderstorm warning in the Fraser Valley, friends. So be careful.
I have a Star Trek Pro, and would you get a dot matrix? Like I'm starting to get the line, right? You know, I guess what one pixel.
Oh, Lane Pinball says hello, Jules.
It can do weird stuff. It could also be
Hello,
the data.
Spike. Spike says I'm mute.
So I would
says,
turn it
if
off,
I come
unplug
to
everything,
Canada and
plug it all
y'all
back
don't
in,
have maple
turn it
syrup
on,
and bacon
see if
bits flavored cigarettes, I'm burning
sometimes,
something.
yeah,
down.
or it's just sometimes it just
I
it sits
don't
there
know if we have
and there's
maple
little corrosion
syrup
or something,
and
and just
bacon
unplugging
flavored
it, plugging
cigarettes,
it back
but
in.
I'm
That's
pretty
all so many
sure
problems.
we have
I'll have something that's
a
little
lot
bit
of other
easier to
things
unplug
that
it.
are maple and bacon
Runs
flavored.
perfectly
In
fine for
fact,
the form.
most most bacons that you can buy are maple flavored here.
Recommend getting another
It's
dot
just
matrix, or would you
status
get
quo.
like the LED or
Bacon
LCD?
is maple flavored. Maple flavored bacon.
There's-
Maple smoked bacon.
Color DMD is the one that
Bacon,
most people
maple.
use.
And it
Just
doesn't
goes hand in
go as
hand.
often, would that?
Maple
Well,
syrup
the
on your
nice thing is that
bacon.
they're lower voltage.
So good.
So you can you disable the high voltage.
All right.
I don't replace them.
I don't know where 7 went.
Like, I know a lot of collectors are sort of like, oh, I'm sorry, hold on just a second.
Said he was.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
If he's having a separate conversation, I'm very sorry. You okay?
I'm sitting there having a conversation.
Oh my gosh. So he was having a separate conversation. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard somebody. Oh! Is your ball stuck? Yeah. All right. So if the ball gets stuck, if you hit the machine, it won't do anything. What you want to do is give it a little nudge, and sometimes you can do it from the bottom. So there you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Sorry for the dual conversation there. Move a little bit over. Seven's got the camera facing this way. This chair is so tall. Pardon me. Whew, there we go. Now I want some maple bacon. Me too, friend. Actually, no, I don't have any at home. I made, what did I make the other day? A few months ago, I was at the grocery store and the deli was selling huge packs of cooked, like, what do you call it? Barbecued roast beef. And I was like, oh, those looks pretty good. And they were labeled $1.99, and I confirmed, is it $1.99 for the whole pack or $1.99 per 100 grams? And it was $1.99 for the whole pack, and there was probably like a kilogram in each, at least a pound, if not a kilogram in each of them. So I bought 7 of them. Anyways, I thought that would make a really good sandwich. So I pulled some out of the freezer and made some bacon to go along with it. So we have these really delicious, like, maple bacon, barbecued roast beef, mozzarella sandwiches the other day. And then I made roast chicken yesterday, and we ate the rest of the bacon. It's really good. Anyways, bacon pancakes. I would be bacon on pancakes. Totally down for that. Reset sent an owl. Is it an owl? Looks like a little owl. Woo-hoo. We just got a couple of pinball machines working 100%. The new pickups, Big Hurt and Blackout. Says Outlane Pinball. What is Big Hurt? I think I can. Big Hurt. Big Hurt. Pinball. That? What? Is a baseball team? Is there a baseball term that I don't know about? That people machine fire. Is there someone? Oh, I get it. It's someone's nickname, isn't it? Can you even have Python with barbecue sauce? What is Python? Oh, you mean like a snake? I don't know. I've never tried snake. I've had alligator before. Baseball. I think I can change to the browser. What happens if I do that? Hey, look, it worked. I can do this without 7. All right, so if we go over here. So this is the game that Outlane was saying that they got. Here's the back glass. Oh, sorry. Hold, please. So after you start it, push this in, and it will bring the ball up from below. Yeah, it's our oldest one before everything was automatic, so you have to do a little bit of work. It's so funny on Palooka because it resets every time. Like the score reel goes because it's counting down to 1 and then back up to 5. Oh, so it's a Gottlieb. Ooh. Is it like, ooh, and Reebok themed? I love when There's the upper playfield, middle playfield. These aren't the best pictures. Sorry, friend. Illuminated playfield. Can I just have like a straight up picture of the playfield here? Why are there not? Okay, so let's see. A little tunnel in there, it looks like. Ooh, look at this big ramp thing going up here and over on the other side. We'll have to look up the gameplay for this. This is really interesting. Now I've got to learn more about, let's see, scene? There we go. Now I've got to learn more about baseball. Big Hurt and Blackout. Which one is Blackout? Blackout pinball machine. Inside. Williams Blackout. Assuming this is the one that you need. Back glass. Ooh, is this it? The space themed one? That looks pretty groovy. Reminds me of something. Yeah, very Williams aesthetic there. This is the playfield. This kind of reminds me of Flash is a Williams, right? And Big Guns. It kind of gives me like a combo Flash, Big Guns playfield style. This going up the left top kind of lane here definitely is the same, similar as Flash. It's essentially the same layout here, very, very similar as Flash. And then you've got this, yes, and a couple drop targets on the other side. I like the playfield. It's very fun. Very cool. All right. Oh my gosh, I wasn't sharing the screen. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, browser. I have my sharing this. Whoops, sorry. Okay, I guess I'm not as good at this as I thought. So I was talking about this while thought I was explaining the playfield to you. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so really similar. Oh, this is so funny. This person's got one right beside a skate ball, and we've got a skate ball right over there too. Yeah. All right. Now I will go back, and now I will go back to scene one. All right. That sounds really fun, Outlane. Backing up, Frank Thomas, I think, says reset about Big Hurt. Spike says, congrats on becoming a wedding priest. I don't think I'm technically a priest. However, I still technically can marry people in a church. So it is official. I am now a marriage commissioner here on PEI. So if you're interested in getting married up here, in the arcade or outside of the arcade, I'm your gal. And happy to help you set up whatever you want. If I have permission, or like if a church would let me, I could marry you in a church or a temple or anywhere that you really wanted to go. Hey, free game. So thank you. It's really fun. A nice little addition to the arcade and a nice thing. I don't know, I think it would be really fun. I've done lots of event planning, helped on a couple of weddings before, so kind of something I'm used to. Jules says, gator is delicious. I had alligator when I was living in China. I had a lot of really strange foods when I lived there. I had alligator, I had crunchy frog legs, which were actually more delicious than you would think. One other strange stuff that I'm sure I probably ate rat or pigeon or something. They had a thing out there which is essentially like a meat kebab called twar. And essentially, it's a stick of meat, and it's meat, grizzle, meat, grizzle, meat, grizzle, meat, grizzle. And it's just this delicious barbecued, their version of barbecue meat on a stick kebab. However, you run the risk when you buy, we called it mystery meat on the street. If you bought mystery meat on the street, they would say it was pork or beef or chicken, but you never really knew. So I probably ate pigeon or rat while I was out there too. Elaine says, Blackout surprised me how good it was. The previous owner put in a new coil for a pop bumper and didn't put the diode in, and it blew stuff. Oh, snap. And it blew stuff on the board. That is the worst. I think Seven included in one of the videos where he was trying to get the flipper to work on Tales from the Crypt. We struggled with that one for a while. One of the flippers just kept engaging and then burning out coils. And then at one point he put in a new board and one of the diodes just went up in a puff of smoke, and he actually caught it on camera. I can't remember what video it's in, but you can find that and watch it go up in a puff of smoke.
Hi, hello, hi. Sorry about that.
That's
I
okay.
got
We're almost,
father of the birthday boy.
yeah.
He's been in before, and we were chatting. He apparently now he has a garage full of video arcades.
And he wants to sell them to you? Maybe.
I'm sure if he does want to sell one, he'll probably call me.
All right. So to catch you up,
Yep.
we were talking about maple bacons and bacon pancakes, and then someone mentioned.
You told him about your maple bacon candy stuff, right?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh.
I haven't made it in a while. I should make it. I have a really good candied bacon recipe, and I used to make it around Christmas.
You get those games in there for the restaurant.
Yeah, those ones are in coin drop.
They're coin drops.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all of them except one is 25 cents, and then one of them is 50 cents. Try and make it, reasonable.
Yeah, and actually, the funny thing about those is that two of those games, well, Vindicator's over here, and then the shooter game over there, came out of this like illegal cannabis club that was over in Moncton.
No way.
Oh,
That's funny.
Let me show you this.
Seven's gonna open the door and let him smell it. All right, well, we'll catch Seven up later. We'll get back to chatting. All right, scrolling back down. Hi.
Hi, I'm gonna get 2 of your dad's earlier.
Okay, if you want to grab it, I'll scan it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just.
Or are you getting them as a surprise?
Yeah, we'll do it for Father's Day. So I
Oh.
just don't want him to see it.
Oh no, okay, I can look it up on here and then you can grab it when you're leaving. That's fine.
I just
It-
don't want him to see it.
That is okay. It'll just take me a second to find it. There we go. 2 of them?
Yeah, 2.
All right. 1, 2. Okay, that is 632. You're very welcome. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't push the button in time. Yeah, or that, yeah. Let's try again. There we go. Fabulous. You're welcome. Hello. How's it going? Good. You gonna play some pinball? Excellent. Are you all paying separately or together? You can pay separately. I just wasn't sure. Okay. All right. First person, 1725. Perfect. You can tap or insert. Oh yes, please bring out your stamp card. Yeah, I did. All right. All right. Getting so close. You're very welcome. One more, and then you get a free one. Excellent. I'll give you a stamp on your hand.
All right, sorry.
All right, and we've got coat hooks. It's supposed to say 10:30. Sorry, the 3. Then right on the edge of the desk if you get a little warm. Okay, and for you, my friend, 2 hours, 1725. You can tap or insert. Here we go. Okay, you're very welcome. And then for you, 2 hours, 1725. You can tap or insert. And I will give you a stamp on your card. Did you want a stamp card? Oh, I have to do 2 stamps for you. 1. There we go. And 2. There we go.
Yeah, I don't have a stamp card.
Do you want to start one? Have you been in before? Okay, first time. So after you come in 6 times, the 7th one is on us.
All right, thank you.
All right. So you two, my friends, I don't know if you've been in here. Seven's brought in a new table, a new cocktail table. It's called Quicks. It's really weird and really fun, and I think you'll like it. So when he's just chatting over there, but Seven can show you if you haven't played it before how to play. But essentially, there's three little things trying to kill you, and you're trying to block off as much of the screen as possible. And it's a strange game, but very fun, and you get very into it. Yeah.
Definitely gonna try that.
Awesome. 3. Perfect. Whew. So close. Let's see. So 3, 91, 94. We only need 6 more people to hit 100 for the day. Whew. Oh my gosh. I'm going to sit in Seven's chair, but I'm going to sit back here. All right. Holy. We are way behind. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're talking about gator and food, and I was saying that I probably ate rat and pigeon in China and who knows what else. Elaine says, Blackout surprised me how good it was. Oh yeah, the previous owner of the coral. So saying, yes, you can find a video of us having Tales from the Crypt blow up. But on the plus side, the person that we are buying, thanks to, I think it was Reset? Matthew, I think you were the one that told us about that we were, because we didn't realize there were aftermarket boards for Starship Troopers. We got a board, we got all the chips, and really cheap, the guy's putting it all together for us. And that should be coming in next week. And then he does board repairs at a flat rate, the guy that we're getting it from. So we're gonna send him down. We've got 4 or 5 boards that we pulled out of other games that need repairs. So I can't remember who it is, but it's 125 US plus parts, flat rate plus parts for the repairs on the boards, which is cheaper than some of the places we've been able to get it up here in Canada. So one of the boards is the one that went on Tales from the Crypt. Elaine says that's the one Frank Thomas was known as the Big Hurt. Was it because everyone felt really hurt after he played because he just kicked their asses in baseball? That's pretty funny. Elaine's got gameplay on YouTube under my channel name. Perfect. I will get Seven and I to go and watch that because I want to see. The guy on the back glass is taken off of a comic book from 1968. It's Nick Fury. Wait a minute. On which one? Elaine. The guy on the back glass for the Big Hurt is actually Nick Fury hold on, I'm gonna go back to browser, here, here's back glass. Not this one, you mean the Big Hurt, right? Back. Frank Thomas, Big Hurt. Nick Fury. Or is it the other guy? Tell me which one. Blackout. Ah, okay, sorry. Interesting. That's so interesting. Alright, go back to scene 1. We're having bris for our emo. Could you conduct the ceremony? We're having a bris for our emo. What is a bris? Reset. Damn Data East tables. Reset. 7-Up. Reset. Red ball. Oh, I heard that too. Ball. I'm so behind on this chat. I'm so sorry, friends. Oh my gosh. I bet $3 that guy's last name is Oliver Edward Scott. Who? Which guy? Tell me. Says Reset. Reset also says, hey, ask the guy in the glass if he knows anything about string series. Stop that. So those guys that just came in, they've come in a few times. And I think they brought up, there's 2 friends that come in and usually meet here. And they're really good at some of the video games. And sometimes, they try really hard. But I thought they've done really well at all the cocktail tables. So I thought they would really like Quicks. Monofilament or stranded? Please explain. I'm so behind. Reset says, somebody donate some carrots to Canada already. Again, I'm so confused. I'm really behind on chat, so I'm trying to catch up.
Oh.
What's his name? I've got a couple of MPUs I don't want to fix. Oh. So I was saying that the person that we're getting the Starship Troopers board from, you said does $125 flat fee for repairs plus parts. And we're going to send out a bunch of boards. And Reset says, what's his name? I've got a couple MPUs I don't want to fix.
Oh. Three.
All right, sorry. Ooh. Oh no, I pulled off the thing.
Oh no.
I broke stuff. Sorry.
Let me find the guy.
Isn't it Pinball Wizard? Yeah.
So the guy that I'm talking to is this guy, thepinballwizard.net. His name is Sean. Super nice guy. Yeah.
Well,
So-
and just to show what a super nice guy was, we ordered the board and then he called Seven and said, hey, I'm having an issue with this board. I'm going to test the other ones that I have from Rotten Dog. And then he tested them all. There was some kind of factory problem with the sound chip. And then he was like, okay, I'm getting new ones. I'm not going to send you this because it's not working. And like, talk about, you know, taking your time to make sure you're sending a good product to people.
Yeah. Yeah, he fixed all of the Rotten Dog boards and then he sent me a video with it running. And it's fixed.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. No, Nick Fury wasn't black back then. Sorry. My bad. I didn't understand. Good catch. Reset. I think Samuel Jackson played him in the movie. Yes, that's correct. Be indeed outlane, says Reset. Okay, I think we're all caught up. You know that rug. Hey, Luke. Welcome to the chat. And I don't know what that means.
But,
You know that rug.
oh. I don't know.
Okay. You can read. I've been reading all them. You can read the next two. The
All right.
last two.
So Reset, I will comment on another video when you post this or something. Hopefully Seven can respond to me there with his name. I got paper and pen. So that's, you're talking about that's the guy,
The
right?
Pinball Wizard guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
so
go. Awesome.
There you
Thanks.
go. This guy. Thepinballwizard.net. And he's in Utah. His name is Sean. Nice dude. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had this all loaded up. This was, we didn't do this yet. This was, we had all of those 4-H kids in, and we
This
took a video of
morning.
it. So this is all of, this was this morning at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, like 40 4-H kids and like 6 to 10 adults with them.
I'll turn it down. It's a little loud, yeah.
Thanks so much. You guys have a great evening. All right. We're down to the birthday party and our 3 friends that just came in. There we
Yeah,
go.
so there you go. That was today at like 10 a.m.
Yeah. And they were a really good group.
They were a good group.
And they seemed to have a good time. And then the birthday group came in, or the birthday after that, and every single kid bought a Warhead soda.
Oh God.
And it was
yeah.
just like sugar overload. And then they all bought Warheads candies.
We have little Warhead candies for a quarter each, and so one kid had $1, and so he brought 2 Warhead candies up, and he bought 2 Warhead candies. I gave him change, and then another kid came up with $1, same thing. Another kid came up,
With like
and then
8.
One kid had a whole handful of them, and he sets them down on the thing, and I count them all up. I'm like, it was 6 because I said, okay, that's $1.50. He goes, I don't have any money, and I said, well, how's that gonna work? He's like, I don't know. I was like, okay, well, I'll put them back for you. He has 2 in his hand and he won't give them back to me. I'm like, he didn't understand the concept of money or something. I have
Insert
no idea what was going on with
Steven
that.
Signal gift here. Yeah, sub kids.
I should show him the inside.
Oh, you should. I was gonna say, these two guys are the ones that come in and they play the games. Show them how to play. Quick.
Find the start button. I saw you looking.
Yeah.
All right. Have you played this?
No.
All right. So the concept, you just died. The idea is your little dude. When you use the blue line, you can draw the blue button. You draw a square. You're trying to fill up 70% of this.
Okay.
This, if you're drawing and this guy touches you, you die. If these guys touch you, you die. So you have to go and avoid them and draw around those guys.
Okay.
That's the concept. Once you fill up 70% of this, it moves to the next screen. On the third screen, there's two of those blobby clicks things.
Okay.
It's a really cool game, like, because there's a couple different strategies. I like to draw like a bunch of little squares, work my way up here. The blue you draw fast, the red you draw slow, but the red it's worth more points.
Okay.
So I draw fast all the way up to here. When I get up to here, I do a little blue or a red one across here. Fill this in red and get more points, that kind of thing. Sophia plays it. She just draws big squares all over the place, and it seems to work for her. But yeah, it's fun, super addictive. Did you see the inside of this yet?
No.
Yes.
I'm still gonna be quiet while
It's
Seven
so
is
cool.
discussing. No, you can keep talking. I'm quiet.
My
Okay.
wife was saying this is her favorite game in here.
This one? Is it?
Isn't that funny?
So, looks like it goes way back there.
Quiet,
Yeah.
here.
You're looking at a sheet of glass.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Look at that.
So that's everything down there.
Isn't that something?
How it aims is when a target goes up, it corresponds to one of these contact points. As you move the gun around, you have your contact point is here. So as you move it around, you're over like wherever your target is. When you pull the trigger, you complete the circuit, and that's how it knows that you hit the thing.
That's cool. Look at that.
And then there's a feedback when you fire. There's a little bit of kickback. So it's basically just a solenoid that engages and
Wow.
then kicks it back.
Someone else is playing
Yeah.
Vindicator.
Isn't that something?
There is.
That's the nearest Nasty's electrical mechanical 72
Sorry, I'm being
pinball
quiet
machine, is
so
it?
you can
They're similar. They're very, very similar.
Yeah.
So they have a start motor in the back. I'll
Okay.
show you that.
I have a 72 El Toro, and I just cleaned everything right up and I got it working, but
Yeah.
I was just like, I would not want to have to do any heavy work on these things.
The
It's
funny
scary
thing about
looking.
these is that if you get, like this one didn't work at all when I got it,
Yeah.
and I fiddled around with it. After about 40 minutes of tinkering around with it, the more I played it, once you get it to start a game, the more you play it, the more everything else kind of starts to reliably work because you have all those contact points
Right.
that have a little bit of corrosion on them.
Yeah.
As you send electricity through there, it just sort of flakes some of that off of there.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
doing
start
7
making better.
stories.
That's
and
cool.
always does
You can
7
go through
stories.
and manually clean them all, but I just found
Explains things really
the
well.
more
to
you play them, the
people.
better they get.
Wow.
So then in the back,
Oh, we're going in the back, friends.
it's like a
Open it
standard
up.
pinball machine. Start motor.
Amazing, yeah.
These
Very similar.
this is a group
All
for the
this?
guns. All of this are for the targets.
Wow.
This stepper is for the target. So as it switches to different targets, like here's the, and it's just a solenoid that fires and lifts them up and drops them down. And then the ones there, the birds are actually back here, and they're on this turntable thing here.
That's something.
And to see them, it's a
El
pepper's
Toro,
roast.
most brutal
So
pit.
that
You'll
it's not a
have to tell
mirror
us
that
more,
you're looking
Elvin.
at to look down. It's a sheet of glass.
Right.
How is it?
And
the
then
most brutal pit?
when those become active, this mirror here lifts up, and you can see
Oh,
then
my
see
eyes.
down into the machine and see the birds.
Oh,
And
you
this
know
moves
what?
up and down like this, so it looks like the bird is doing this. When you hit the target for the bird, they're flying this way. When you hit it, they turn
missing
this
a
way.
conversation
The mirror
over there.
drops, so it looks like the bird's flying, and it takes a nosedive and hits
That's
the ground.
something. Amazing, eh?
Yeah.
When you think about it. What year would this be?
71.
It is. I was going to say it has to be 70. Yeah, that's amazing.
The only thing that's not working is there's a gear here that there's a motor. When it engages the mirror, the gear lifts this mirror up and down,
Okay.
and that gear is slipping on the shaft.
Okay.
So I have to figure out. So it looks like someone tried to
I
glue
feel
it.
really
Someone
bad.
tried
I
to
think I
solder it.
probably got this kid
There's some
addicted to
solder
Quicks
in there.
now.
I actually heated it up, and it worked for
See him
about a
playing over
day,
there.
and then it started slipping again.
Right. Yeah.
So I need to pull that out and see if someone can put a little dab of like a little weld on it. Like
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'll ruin it if I do it, but I think
wonder
we
if
could just do a little.
a ball with solder or something doesn't work on
Well, it's got solder on
It
there,
does.
but it doesn't have the holding power.
it. Okay.
Because I think the gear is brass and then the thing in the center is steel.
Yeah.
So I need someone who can
Well,
reliably weld those.
a nice fine weld too, right?
And it probably just needs a dot, right?
Yeah,
Like it doesn't
exactly,
need much.
like a
but
bead.
I have a welder, but with that, like if I screw that up, I'm hooped, so. Yeah, and then when you start it, it does what you expect it to do. And then this big bank will reset once the score reel's reset. And then these are for the guns.
Send it over in the car
And it controls the,
with twin rifles.
this one fires the electronic sound card for the sound.
Should really have cameras.
And then
firing on it
the
so
solenoid
we all
that
can
makes it
enjoy.
feedback. And then this just sits and chugs away as it. I'm not sure where it gets the timing for
I
this.
hope it's interesting because I
There
can't do
is
anything.
here. It must be up here. Yeah, it's up here. I just saw it spark. This is a timer
So the
that
guy
counts
was
down.
talking
It's a
to was the
time-based
one that
game.
had,
So this
this
must be
is stuff on
rotating
the
and
QR
hitting
case
switches to make
for
that go.
but I wouldn't be surprised if we end up somehow buying one.
I love that battle zone. I remember that. At
Oh,
Cambridge
here they
there,
come.
Years ago.
Friends are playing Quicks together.
That was my first video game, which is funny because when I was a kid and I'd go into arcades, if they had a Battle Zone or a Red Baron, that was always my first stop.
Right.
I always thought about buying a video game, but it never happened.
Yeah.
Then we bought all the pinball machines,
Oh.
and so I have
I
100
just
pinball.
realized the birthday
before I
party
bought my
time's
first
almost
pinball-
up. We're
or
only
my
going to have
first
3
video.
people left in here.
This one fell in my lap. I was driving across the bridge to go to Moncton to pick up a different pinball machine. And a guy calls me up and he says, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, and I have this and a big collection of this and that, and I've heard about you, and say, I've got a Battle Zone. Would you be interested in buying?" And I was like,
gorgeous.
"Say tomorrow." I was like, "I live in Moncton." I'm like, "I'm heading to Moncton."
An hour
So,
away. That's
yeah.
awesome.
I had to pick it up
Sold.
next weekend, but yeah.
I don't know what you were chatting about, but chat has some comments for you.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I had my. Sorry, guys. I had
No,
my mic
I
on.
was being quiet, so I was letting them watch you in the corner, and I gave brief little updates. And I said I felt really bad because I think I've gotten those two addicted to Quicks now. I told them to play it, and then you explained it, and then he played for a while and walked away, got his friend. Now they're both sitting there, and then the third one's watching. All right, some treats. Anything else for you?
I think that's it for now.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. There we go. Come on. Oh, no, just one of them.
I was just telling Seven that we got like 30 of them in the garage.
We've got like 50 in ours.
She's a sweetheart. She lets me.
316.
You're
Or
good
maybe
women to put
60.
up with us.
Yeah, I don't know how many we have. We've probably got close to 60 or 70
There's
now.
about
throughout.
60 pinball machines and probably 15 video games. And a claw machine that is just monstrous.
I got
Yeah.
about 12 redemption games, like a couple of claws and.
Yeah. Do you want another one?
No.
I want the claw machine because
I know.
it's actually not a gimmick claw. It's a proper claw
Open?
machine
Yes.
that is based on it's pneumatic, so it's
There you
based on
go.
how much you set the claw for.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those like only wins 30% of the time. It's a proper skill game.
Oh, it's actually a skill.
Yeah, that's why I really like
I
it.
have
But
a double one, which is one's for candy and then one's for just picking up the flush toys.
I used to be so good at the candy game. They had one on the ferry when I was growing up in BC, and I was really good at picking up the candy from the wrapper. and then it wouldn't trigger that I'd picked up any candy. And so then I would like get 25 cents from my grandmother, and then I'd come back with like fistfuls. Oh yeah,
Oh, you were good.
I liked it.
That's awesome.
We have a sugar-free version too.
You do?
Yeah, Cove came out with it, and it's pretty good. Yeah, so if
She
you
was looking at me while I was tasting while I was talking to you, but she was looking at me because I love these pop.
it legit tastes like a melted popsicle, right? The Cove one does as well. They did a really good job with them.
Do you guys sell Dan's root beer?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
do.
we got it over there.
You know what? I wish I would have come in. Shoot, I was wanting to get some for my employees, but I won't see them until Monday now. But I could probably still get them for them. Yeah. I love getting the Dan's root beers.
Yeah.
So there's so much
Well, we've
fun.
got like 14 root beers, so you could. Well, there's one from the island. Have you actually tried Hollis John's?
Yeah, but Dad's root beer for Father's Day.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
what I was thinking of. The Dan's root beer.
Yeah.
Josie doesn't want that?
Oh, yes, he wants it.
Oh.
She was just sharing it.
I think you might have to buy her another
I
one.
almost finished it.
Oh my gosh.
Reset says, oh my God, Red Baron.
Okay, hold on. Don't tell. The mom actually bought 2 root beers for him, and she was like, I don't want to take them so that he can see. Can you just like let me buy it? And then she like walked over and got them and walked out to the car. So, but I think
Awesome.
he's buying it for them, but she bought it for them. Bought it for him. Anyways, okay. You keep going with your conversation. Wow, that's a lot of pins.
Reset said, when I bought my first pinball machine, walked in the garage and was working on a Red Baron and a Matahari. Red Baron is a vector monitor game. Yes, it is. It's uncommon and cool. So what I've got the Battle Zone over there, and Red Baron and Battle Zone. Battle Zone was first, Red Baron was second. They're both vector games. They both have the same control system. Battle Zone is the tank. Red Baron is the plane. I would love to get a Red Baron, just because it's. I love the graphics on it. It's that sort of like futuristic Tron era graphics, right? A line drawing. It's just cool.
Oh, we should turn this down so we don't get copyright strike.
So,
There we go.
there's a Chicago coin pinball called Red Baron. Not that one. Didn't they also make it to sit down in a stand-up cabinet? They did Red Baron, and it came in a cabaret, I think, as well. The one that we had when I was a kid in one of the arcades, it was a sit-down with the Red Baron.
Really?
Battle Zone was the tank look through the
Yeah.
thing. And I think they both. I've seen a Battle Zone cabaret. I think there's a Red Baron cabaret. So I think there's 3 versions in all. But I don't remember a sit-down tank one. I just remember the stand-at tank one. But yes, there was a sit-down. Cool games. I love those games.
I don't think we actually said hi to Luke, but Luke Van Kampen. Luke, are you the one that's joining us from Germany that's like 10 hours ahead and it's like 5 a.m. there? Red Baron Pizza? What? It said Red Baron Pizza Canada.
Red Baron Pizza's a frozen pizza in the States.
Oh, it said Canada there, so I guess someone was searching to see if they brought it up to Canada. Oh my god, they're so cute. Kill the Nazis!
Trying to find. There's the sit-down one.
What's the stand-up one?
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would be so cool to have.
This is weird though. It only has a single controller.
instead of like this.
You know, it's the same control. For some reason, I remembered it had both.
Maybe,
But I guess you just have up, down, left, right.
maybe
Yeah.
you're thinking of another game that you played
Yeah.
at the same time.
It's the exact same stick control that's in that, but for some reason I remember that it had two, and you controlled it the same way: down, up, left, right, whatever.
Well, if we ever end up getting one, we know where we can buy the replacement rubbers at the very least.
I think I have one. Didn't I buy an extra one?
Maybe. No, I think you bought two and we replaced them both. But we kept the older ones just in case.
Yeah. One. Well, we kept one of the older ones. The
Yeah.
other one was
Dead. That was from, if you haven't watched the repair video of the joysticks, which was, we thought it was going to be easy. It was not so easy because the button was also broken, and I don't know if he's on the call, but Lorne saved the day because he had an Atari button for Battlezone kicking around. But we had a super glue explosion.
Oh god.
And then it
Could
was
have
an
been so
active,
bad.
it just went everywhere, and you can hear me on camera going, because it like got on the front of my phone and on the back of my phone. Luckily I had like cases and stuff. It got in my hair.
It's still all over the Terminator game.
Don't say that.
The little dots.
A little electric shock wrist thing, so when people's time is up, they just dots it.
People are really, we've only had like a handful of folks that have played past their time, and then usually like really far past their time, they usually come up and buy an add-on. So people are pretty good about it, and we're pretty easygoing. If we're not really busy, then we, people finish up your game and head on out. It's only when we're like packed where we'll be like, hey,
Sure.
but yeah.
And the whole concept with the 2 hours is because of that. So most people, we did a little research, and most people will play for an hour, 20 minutes, hour, 30 minutes before they start to get kind of burned out. So, and we actually ran into this later, but so my concept when we first opened was we'll just do 2 hours for $15.
Because most people just do 1 hour at a time, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just do an extra hour, and then I don't have to really track it. People will gauge it themselves.
Yeah.
But what happened was after that first month, we had a lot of people going, I'm not going to be in it for 2. I just want to do it for an hour. So 15, okay, I'll give you half, $7.50. I'm like,
We're giving you a free hour though.
That's right.
So we
that's where the pricing came from. $14.95 for the first hour, 5 cents for the second hour. Most people buy the 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it fixed itself.
No, that's perfectly fair.
In November, we ran a special, $12 for an hour, and then $3 more for 2 hours.
So is that
Nobody bought the second hour. Everybody was just like 1 hour. And every
Everybody
third
stayed.
person I'm tapping on the shoulder saying your hour's up.
because they wanted
Yeah.
they'd
Isn't
stay.
that something?
Yeah, it's really
so
weird.
an
That's
hour and
weird.
a half to 2 hours really is a good time for people to come in and play.
Yeah, I agree. Like even like most of these people that are in here are usually over in my garage anyway. The kids, because it's my son's birthday.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But usually it's been, you're right, been an hour and a half. That's
Yeah.
what you're kind of doing, and that's what I see up in my garage too. Right?
Yeah. If you're playing. And playing straight, like we'd love to get a bigger space where people could go and take a break and sit down, and we bought out a cafe before we moved, so we'd love to, we always wanted to have coffee.
Yeah,
We're
that's great.
we're hoping to get we got a freeze dryer, and we're just waiting to get the approval for the food safe and everything, and so we'll be doing freeze dried candy and other fun stuff soon. So
Yeah.
just giving people other things that they can kind of do and enjoy while we're
That's
here.
right.
Yeah.
For sure. What I have is a big dish full of quarters because I'm such a purist. I just love putting the quarters.
We did that when we first got our first couple pinball machines. We were like, we started with 2, and we were like, we're gonna make ourselves pay for the games.
Yeah, the first one we bought was hard body, $800.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving it on coin play until we have $800 in quarters in there.
Right.
We were playing the crap out of it, and I was leaving work early on Friday so I could make it to the bank to buy rolls of quarters so we could play the
on the
game over the
weekends.
weekend. Because I wasn't going to take the quarters out. I wanted a whole pile of quarters
Yeah.
in there.
Exactly.
Second game, we did the same thing. I don't remember how much we bought it for, but it was the same sort of thing. By the third game, I'm like, screw
It
this.
was just too much because we weren't taking quarters out. We
Yeah.
were still, but if we were doing the same thing, we would absolutely. And then after that, we're just, because we started filling out this free play. It's
That's
fine.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got an old neon arcade sign, and my wife. So what it was on, it was like it was basically it was the name of an arcade in Ontario somewhere. So my wife, for my birthday, went to Signcraft and got the Plexi all done, and it says Harding's Arcade on it,
Nice.
and it's a double-sided.
Oh,
with neon
nice.
on it.
That's so
yeah,
cool.
it was pretty fun to have that.
Yeah.
I just have it set through a switch, right? Just click the switch,
Yeah.
like it is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's something about that hum of a neon sign.
The 60 cycle
Yeah.
neon home.
We-
We have two giant neon signs that say
They're-
espresso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like
so-
7 feet by 4 feet or something, and we don't have coffee here, but we were like, when we thought we were going to be doing coffee, we wanted to put them up here, and Cornwall has a no neon rule on the outside of the buildings. Yeah, so we've got a couple little neons. Like Atari is an actual neon
Oh, nice.
that we
Yeah.
bought. The rest of them are LED, but we found that one.
But you can't put them outside.
Can't put
Well,
them outside.
no, the LEDs we could because
But-
the language specifically says neon, right?
Yeah.
That's not neon. That's
What's
LED.
the
Yeah.
why is that?
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened like in the 60s or
And everyone had
70s or
neon
something. They
signs.
thought it was like, gaudy or something like that,
Right.
right?
And it's just been there forever.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we ended up out here is because BC just has tons of old archaic arcade laws that are like, because it was all about when kids used to go and skip school and hang
Yeah,
out, and so it's
totally.
like no arcades or no arcades in malls or only arcades in malls or has to have window coverings or can't have window coverings
Yeah.
or can't have kids in before 3 p.m. is
And
That's right.
some of them, like I was reading the bylaws of all these different areas in BC that we could open in, and some of the language is horrible. So in Maple Ridge, there's language that says you have to card the people that come in during school hours,
Yeah.
but it doesn't define which school or what school district. So really, you have to do it at any time because the city could come in and say it was 11 p.m. at night, but you didn't card for the school in Australia,
Right?
right? Like,
It's crazy.
I mean, you know what they mean, but they could.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
So-
in Vancouver proper, 19 and over only, no kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's something. Oh man.
I could probably, if I wanted to put the espresso signs outside,
Yeah.
I just have to go to Cornwall with my Atari sign and the LED one.
Yeah.
And just
Go
show
to
them
one
they're
of their
saying-
meetings and just say which is allowed.
Yep.
This one isn't, but this one is.
Or
why?
don't even tell them.
Yeah.
Don't even tell them and have them pick it.
Yeah.
See if they can tell the difference. From a distance, of course.
Yeah.
they may change the bylaws and say no lighted blind,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, that's
but
funny. You could probably, if you really wanted to, you could probably fight it pretty easy. Because it's, like you say, it's probably based out of the 60s and 70s, right?
Yeah.
and nobody's
You pick
really
your battles,
doing,
right?
nobody's doing
Yeah.
neon anymore.
Well, and-
but-
And I mean, it looks like the building's been sold, and we talked
Yeah,
to
we
the
were talking about
the
that,
potential
yeah.
new owners, and so we might, maybe she'll expand and maybe we'll move, but we're still always keeping our eyes out for, a bigger, better space because we'd
She's
love
not gonna increase
to.
the rent on you, is she?
well, if not in this space, hopefully
No, but if she expands, of
it
course.
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, more square footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we could get more, like
I'd be
we,
always scared that if someone
Yeah.
new came along, they want to,
I mean,
increase
if we
the rent.
could double in size, we could probably make up for that with like the double
Yeah.
the candy, double like
Yeah.
having coffee.
Totally.
Having a space where people can sit, because we still get parents that come in or grandparents and they're like, I'm really not going to pay, but because we get so busy and we never know when it's going to happen, we can't have spectators in here. And unfortunately, and I'm sure you know this, buttons and shiny things are so hard not to press, and people go up and they're just like, it's just one game. And I'm like, yeah, but one game can turn into a lot.
This is a business, that's right.
So
No, for
we'd
sure.
love to have space for that, and to have a bigger space for Seven to work on machines here
Yeah.
instead of taking them home.
You ever think about doing old-fashioned like a cotton candy or candy apples?
Have Seven tell you a story about cotton candy.
I just think about the exhibition, right?
Yeah.
I love going to the exhibition and then seeing them roll that cotton candy.
So my daughter in her, she was probably 3rd grade or something like that, and they had some big festival thing at the school, and there was a cotton candy machine. I was like, I am totally going to be making the cotton candy.
Yeah, volunteer
I'd
for what
never
you
done
want.
it before, right? I always wanted to, but I never done it before. So whoever owned the machine gave me the lowdown on how to do it, and it was like, oh yeah, I've got this. I'm going to make the cotton candy, do the cotton candy. 3 or 4 hours later, I'm covered in sugar, head to toe. I'm sticky. I don't ever want to smell cotton candy again. I'm just like, no, absolutely not. When I was younger, like one of my first jobs, I worked in a movie theater. I'm like, this is awesome. After working in the movie theater 6 months, I didn't have popcorn for
Oh, yeah, you got
10
sick of
years.
it. Yeah.
Like it's like I don't want to have anything to do with popcorn. Yeah.
Give me PTSD.
So it was like that with cotton candy. I'm like, nope, nope, nope.
No cotton. We brought in Warhead's cotton candy last year.
Yeah.
We should see if we can bring it in again this year, and that was pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone else can make it and package it, and we'll sell it.
But she's thinking to herself, he's going to be looking for a cotton candy.
Don't do it.
Yeah, put it in the trash.
Everyone, you'll be cleaning sticky buttons forever.
Forever.
Right? Those are really fun. They plug into USB. And that's what we have in the back of the little lights in the tables there. So we plug them in the back of the backlit for the tables. It's groovy. Yeah. Yeah, we use them in some of the machines so you can see it in the table there. The fun little backlit thing. Yeah. We have a lot of chat to catch up on.
Yes.
You are
Thanks
very
for coming
welcome.
in.
Thanks for coming in. Oh, that's really cute. Aw.
Will you hand me this Post-it note?
Uh-oh. You writing Post-it notes to someone?
Oh, someone's coming.
Hello.
Will you write down your information, and because you have a work on cars, right?
A what?
You work on cars,
Yes, I
right?
do. I do.
Yeah.
I should
Well,
actually
my
have
car
that.
sucks, so I'm always
my
looking
gosh.
for.
Hi.
Hey, how are ya?
Good. How are you? You've come at a fabulous time. We have a date night special. The last 2 hours we're open, you get $5 off for every 2 people. Not sure if you planned that or not. All right. $28.75 is your total from 40.
So if you're heading out of town on...
There we go. 11. We've got something for everyone. All right.
The new one.
11.25,
That's
and
terrible.
I'll give you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
a stamp on your hand.
Heading out of town.
So you're good until 11 p.m. And if you have any questions, you get a fabulous duck ball, let us know.
And then you head a little bit further to
Enjoy.
Jules Country Market. And then you can take a left right there. And then we're the first spot right behind it. And it's called Auto Tech Solutions. See a big sign. It's not neon. I wish it was.
We'll see about it. We'll get that fixed for you.
Yeah, no, we'll look at it. Yeah, I got 3 Red Seal mechanics and 3 apprentices.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, and I'm not just saying this because it's my business, but they are super. I don't have to keep an eye on them. They're super honest,
Right.
super good guys. They charge you accordingly. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like, I remember when I first had some of these guys, I'll be keeping an eye on their labor time, and I'll be like, so what'd you put down for that? And they're like, that took 2 hours, or 1.9, 1.7. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, you guys are keeping good track of it.
Yeah, we had a guy. His name was Alex, and he worked over at Scotty's.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. He was one of those guys, like he would look at it, and you trusted him.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to just do work for the sake of doing work.
That's right.
But then the guy who owned the garage died. I mean, Scotty was the only one or Alex was the only one that was working there.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like he was running the place, and the owner was somewhere else. I don't know. But then he died, and then they sold it. So
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah, he was like, we went to Alex a couple of times where all of a sudden, like, our brake seized or something wasn't working, and we'd call around and nobody would be able to help us. And then Alex was always like, and that's how we met him, because one of our calipers seized up, and we were out here, we lived in Wood Islands. And then he was like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's where my grandparents and my mom and dad are from.
That's cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
close to Culloden and what else?
I
Or
don't
We're
know where that is.
we're close to the ferry.
close to the ferry.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we can walk to the ferry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's God's country down there, man. Autotech Solutions, and I can give you my email.
Okay.
So much chat to catch up on.
We have a sour pickle to eat here in a
Oh
little
my
bit.
gosh, yeah. Did you want
Awesome.
to try sour pickle?
Thank you.
Well, we were going to do it on our live stream, so we can cut it up right now if you want to try some.
You want to try it?
All right.
I'll
It's a
go get it.
warhead sour pickle.
We had it in the we have it in the fridge, so it's cold.
Yeah, we just got them in. We haven't tried them yet. I'm a big pickle fan, so I'm interested to see. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Yeah, when I go to Subway and I get, I should put this back on. When I go to Subway and I get a sandwich, I'm always like, more pickles, and then they'll put a couple more on. I'm like, no, more pickles. And it's usually the sandwich is more pickles than anything else.
Exactly. My son Ryler, who's his birthday tonight,
Yeah.
is the same way. He'll be like meat, lettuce, and covered pickles.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want anything else on it. It's
I
crazy.
don't know. I love. I mean, I like cucumbers too, and
Yes,
but
me too. I like everything on it.
Yeah.
But I like hot too. Jalapenos
Spicy?
and banana peppers.
yes,
Yeah.
no, I totally like that. We've got someone over here. What's your name? Josie. Josie's gonna try the pickles with us. She's hiding off the side of the camera. Where's the sour pickle joke? Be nice. Josie is underage. Keep them to yourself, Spike.
Got a bunch of people on there now?
Yeah, we've got a few people. We've got, I think we had some people. There's a few folks from the U.S. that joined. There's people from the island that joined. And then I think Luke is in Amsterdam right now. And then, hello, we've got a new person, Iron Galactus, who's joined us. I don't know where Iron is from. Iron, where are you from? And then we've got a few other people that joined pretty right. We try and do them on Saturdays when we're both.
I've been on there on your live stream.
Oh yeah, amazing. Yeah, so it's fun. Just really chat about nothing. Yeah.
And I love his videos when he's doing repairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he does really with the videos very calming, very kind of. Someone's called him the ASMR of pinball. So because he's just chats very quietly. Oh, and Lauren here? Oh, excellent. Lauren's from the island too. Lauren is the one that helped us save Battle Zone because the button was broken and it was almost impossible to replace. And he had a backup one.
No way.
Yeah. Okay.
All
So.
right, I'm gonna change this
Okay,
here.
here we go, Joe.
All right. Are we just gonna do one? Can you do?
I need a big face one here.
There you go. Just
I'll
make
stretch
that
it.
big. Hold on. All right. So we've got Josie. So here are the pickles.
And that's so we're trying one of these.
Then Holton's
It's Warhead's Extreme Sour
pickle. All right.
Ta-da.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Here we go.
Ready?
You want to try one? There's some napkins. Oops.
Oh. It does have a bit of tang to it.
Does it?
And it's not dill or anything either. It literally tastes like
It's really
someone.
good. It's really good.
It's like 90% vinegar.
Really?
No, that's what I'm thinking. That's not bad.
So I like it. At first glance, I was like, "Where's the dill?" But then it's got a totally different flavor going on with it.
Yeah.
It does.
It's not like a sour dill pickle.
Yeah.
It's just a sour pickle.
I mean, it doesn't have a bad aftertaste either.
No.
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be kind of funky, but it's not too terribly bad.
All right, I'll try one more. You can have another one too if you want. All right.
Hey, you want a napkin to wipe your fingers off? There you go.
Thanks for trying that with us, Josie. Yeah, you too.
See you guys.
The second crew that come in, they're going to be here, I guess, tonight or something like that.
I think they were lingering in, so if they want to stay until everybody's done, that's fine.
So my son said I won't play anymore, but he's going to be hitching a ride with one of them. Bring him back there.
I think they're all good till 9:25. That's fine. Oh, absolutely. If you guys want to stay a little longer too. Yeah. Well, everybody came
That's
in
fine.
at different times. Yeah. If you want to play a few more minutes, go for it. Yeah.
You're coming with us? Okay.
I'm gonna go see if anybody else wants a
Oh
pickle.
my God. Here, take this with you so you can show them,
We'll have to
Seven.
look at it.
Great, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, good bunch in there. You'll like them all.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can show people what it is.
All right.
See you guys.
All right.
Hi, it was so nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
I love my big lava map, just so you know.
Oh, did you get that from here?
Yeah.
Excellent. Hopefully they'll have some more colors next year.
Hey guys.
We put our order in usually
Just for fun, we opened
like really
up the
big order in the
Warheads
fall, and that
Extreme
takes
Sour
us through
Pickle. Would you
till
like to try
the
one?
next year because they don't
Yeah.
ship in the winter either.
There's a napkin
So
if
probably
you need one.
midsummer we'll put an order in, and we'll see if we can catch it
Peel
before
one
they
of
have
those
any
off
of the because they sell out really quick. So maybe some other colors for
What do
you.
you think?
See you later, guys. Happy birthday.
I thought it was gonna be more dill. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, no, but they
where's
have
the
other
dill?
colors too.
Like,
So
it's just-
maybe we'll get some more in.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Maybe you can ask for a level up too.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Have a great night. Whew. Oh my gosh, sorry. I was like right in the front there. Let me make
For
this
fun,
a
we
little
opened
bit
up
smaller.
the Warheads Extreme Sour
Holy
Pickle. Would you like
crap,
to try
we have
one?
So much to catch up on. Oh, look at Seven's got a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
group
yeah,
of people
yeah.
gathered around him. I'll be quiet so you
Try
can
one?
listen
You're
to
chewing gum too. I don't think that. You want to try it?
Pickle commentary.
I'm alright then.
Yeah.
Does it taste like a pickle?
Kind of like I expected more dill, but there's not a whole lot of dill to it.
It's on the sweet side.
Yeah. You try the little one.
Have you tried that one yet? It's pretty fun. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take this off so that you don't have
Here,
to.
and then if you don't like it, you can spit it out. So, for fun, we opened up a Warheads Extreme Sour Pickle. Do you like to try it?
No, I'm okay.
Do you like to try it? All right.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna use the washroom and then you can start fishing.
All right, I'm gonna get caught up on chat. All right, let's go back here. Da, 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 da. Boy, we're way behind. Spike, let's see. Says, oddly enough, I used to dance on the name Thunderblade. I don't doubt that one bit. Luke says, Sophia, the Netherlands, it's 2 a.m. over there. Presets, what's the Netherlands? Outlay, let's see, okay, so I've come down, Outlay says neon bars, says sounds like a HOA. Yeah, it's weird, weird bylaws. But I think the idea behind that, the neon thing, was they just didn't want like big gaudy neon signs. Like they wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more simple. But now with LEDs, you could basically emulate neon and get away with it. So bring back neon. I like neon. Reset says bring back neon. I miss the stuff. I love neon. I think it's just cool. I mean, the LEDs, we have a bunch of them in here. Can you see on any of our scenes? No, you can't see them. I have an actual Atari neon, and then I have some LED ones that look like flying saucers and aliens and spaceships and stuff. Then in the window back here, I have one that says arcade, and then an actual, I'm breaking the bylaws because there's an actual neon in the window that says pinball, but nobody said anything, nobody cares. But probably if I put my 6 or 7 foot neon sign outside that says espresso, someone would probably crap their pants.
Oh my gosh, you did get rid of all the pickles?
No, I gave away the ones that people wanted. So.
Oh, well, try this.
And Spike says, Sticky Buttons was the name of my Janet Jackson cover band.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Iron Galactus. Hi, how are you? I just bought an EM and ran across your video troubleshooting score reels and startup issues. I just wanted to say thanks. You're welcome. Hopefully that was some of those like troubleshooting the startup things. I just sort of dove into it, just sort of winged it as I was making the video, because a lot of times it's pretty straightforward. You can stumble across what's going on. I need to make more of those, because I should have done with the shooter game, because that works like an EM machine. Mm-hmm. It works like an EM pinball machine. Start motor, the whole thing, and it didn't work at all when I brought it in, and I should have spent more time with it. I just wanted to get it up and going, and I didn't want to spend the time making the video, but it was kind of the same sort of troubleshooting. Started the score reels. It was just cycling. Score reels weren't resetting, so I started there. That got it to reliably start a game, and then it was just a matter of going through and fixing the things that weren't working quite right.
Can you reset some games?
And there's one score reel on player 2 that is slowing down, so I just need to go in there and clean that out. I need to make more. I haven't had a whole lot of time to make videos, but I need to. Where's the sour pickle joke? Someone says. Yeah. How come? Spike, you're totally dropping the ball on making jokes about sour pickle. And there's Lauren. Hey, Lauren, how are you? We were just talking about you because we were talking about the battle zone and how you gave me the little button for the battle zone. And, got that up and going again, which is awesome. Alan Lane says, parts can be hard to find for Battlezone. Right after we got it, well, it was in here 3 months or something. And there's 2 controllers. One of the joysticks was getting looser and looser and looser, and then finally it was just like all plastic. There's basically a rubber washer grommet thing in there. That's what springs it back into the center position. And it had the original ones in there. Sort of like I think they're called bellows. I don't know. Those are the original ones are unobtainium, but there's a guy that actually he pours ones, replacement ones, and they were fairly reasonable. I think they were like $12 US per. So I ordered 2 or 3 of them, and we just did both of them. And then I did buy. There's Battlezone doesn't save the high scores. Someone created a chip pattern. You pull the ROM out, you pop this thing in, you pop the ROM into that. It's like a daughter card. And that allows you to save the high scores or maybe some other features or something. But everything's been going so well with Battlezone that I'm scared to pull the ROM out of it. Like, I'm just afraid I'm going to pull this thing out.
Are you talking about putting that mod in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
That I'm just afraid that like I'll pull the ROM out and a leg will fall off of it, or something will happen to it. I don't want to mess with it. So yeah, it wasn't very much, so I'm just sort of sitting on it. And if Battlezone starts to have some sort of issue and I need to get in there and really work on it, then I'll do it. But I'm leaving it alone. Reset, what's the weirdest question they're going to be asked all month? Emily says, I noticed Cue Ball Wizard from a previous video needs LEDs too. The GI on Cue Ball is out. And I've gotten in there a few times. It's blowing the fuse. I cannot find the short. I don't know how many times I've been in there looking for it. The GI has all been converted to LEDs, but it won't stay running. So it's something stupid.
Reset or Outlane, do you have a suggestion? Because you helped us solve the Starship Troopers problem.
I've just got to figure out where it is. And what I was thinking about doing is, it's a little risky, but putting in, a higher value fuse, turning it on for a few seconds, turning it off, and then using the FLIR camera to figure out where the hot zone is, because the hot zone will show you where the short is. And since I converted everything over to LED, nothing should get hot. Weren't that hot, but. Spike's power supply issues. No, it is. It's short. It's shorting out. It's blowing the fuse. So, and I actually had it working when I was changing the LEDs to LEDs over. It was in the up position and it was working. And then I lowered it down and it went out. And then ever since then, it has gone out. So it's
going to be a diode like it was on Genie.
It's
one
going
little
to be
leg missing.
a wire touching another
Yeah.
wire is all that's going on. That's just pops the fuse when you turn it on. So
Reset has 3 neon saints, and they love them.
we could do camera safari adventure time and I'll show you.
Elaine Pinball says, did you read that one already? That's funny. A friend of mine made a handle out of wood for Battlezone because he couldn't get it and didn't want to pay for another one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, again, shout out to Lauren for that button that will hopefully...
Lauren's here.
I know. Yeah. Take us for another... How old is Battlezone? 40 years old? Take us for another 40 years. So, fingers crossed. Oh.
Right, so I'll move to this one. Camera Safari Adventure Time.
There we go. Oh, gotta click Camera Safari, right?
Yep. All right, here we go.
I'm not sure
So-
where 7's taking you.
We're gonna look at neon.
Oh. Do you hear that? 7? Do you hear that? There's a high-pitched humming sound coming from somewhere.
There's a buzz in here. I don't know where it's coming from. And those guys up there.
Is it coming from? Oh.
It's seized up. I'll fix
no.
it. And then out here.
Kid Nikki. I'll
Not
fix
neon. Looks like neon.
Kid Nikki's having a fit.
Neon. Not neon. Lava lamp sold here.
Turn off.
And then I've got these two guys over here.
Ta-da.
Not neon.
Fixed.
But they look like neon.
I fixed it.
Huh?
I fixed it. The answer to most problems are, have you tried turning it off and on again? And that is what I did. What does PPB mean? Reset says PPB after the power supply issues for Cue ball was it?
So Reset said I would check all the legs of the sockets. You might have accidentally moved one a tiny bit. I have been through everything on the GI and I can't find it. So it's somewhere else. But it's got to be on the playfield somewhere, something touching the ground strip going around somewhere. It could actually be a socket that has failed or something has fallen in the socket that is shorting it out or something. I have no idea. That's what I'm thinking though. Probably the easiest way to do it is to put a higher value fuse in and let it run for a second. Because wherever it is, it's going to heat up. Then that'll let it find it.
Playfield power board. That's what it stands for. PBB.
Oh.
Thank you.
ball guards are made out of metal. Just saying. Yeah, could be. What model do I have? I will grab it. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, this flurry's been pretty good. What did we see explode? We saw something blow up with it. It was fun. I think it might have been Tales from the Crypt. It also helped us know how cold the air was that was coming through the vents because hopefully if the new buyer buys it, the ventilation system will get fixed. So it's been very handy.
It's not super high resolution,
Talk about smoke test.
but it's just this. It's the Lear TG165. Canadian Tire on sale about $100. So I figured that's probably pretty good. And it does this, so where am I? Actually, let's do this. Let's go to this one. Nope, let's go to this. Nope. Oh, did.
Oh, I made it smaller.
All right, here we go. There you go. It has a card in it so that you can snap a picture, and then so it'll freeze the picture, and then you can select this to save it. It has the heat sensitivity, so you can tell. It's a little blurry from here.
How hot
but
he is?
you can
Really
see it
hot.
is. Yeah.
I would know.
It's the resolution isn't great, but for what I need it for, it works perfectly fine. If you need something a little bit more defined, but I've used this for like looking at how hot like the lines going into a fuse or a circuit panel is, stuff like that, and I've used it to find a bunch of shorts and stuff on a pinball machine. That works fine for that. And you can do movies. The resolution is pretty crap, but you can do little movies and pictures with it. And it has a little laser thing, so you can thermal laser kind of thing. But yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and for the price, for like $100 on sale, I've gotten $100 on sale out of it. So it would be nice to have a better, higher quality resolution one. I got this idea. A friend of mine's an electrician in Vancouver, and whenever he was working on a pinball machine that had like a short or was troubleshooting it, he took the one out of his work van, and but that one was gorgeous. Like it was this, I think he said it was like $5,000 or $6,000 FLIR camera, but yeah.
Lauren wants to know if it can pick up components like resistors, taps, etc.
Yeah, it's good enough for that. I actually used it on Flash. One of the saucer solenoids was engaged on, it was stuck on. And so I was like, well, it's stuck on, that means that transistor is going to be getting a little bit warm. I bet I can find it easily with this. I could look on the schematics, but just for fun, I located it, I turned it on for a minute, turned it off, located it with the FLIR camera, marked the transistor, and then looked on the schematics and verified, yep, that was it. So it does work for that, yeah.
Going back up, Reset said the bracket that supports the play field. Oh, I think we read that. It's on the metal.
Yeah.
Reset's going to use it to hunt chupacabras.
Yeah, you could probably use it to hunt chupacabra.
Or cupcakes. Says Spike.
Not cupcakes. Yeah, just the warm ones, yeah.
Look for the one.
That would help. Yeah, Lauren, if you want to come in and check it out, you're come on in and you can point it at stuff.
Pardon me for yawning. It's been a long day. Yesterday was a long day too. Oh, hello. How's it going?
Good.
You gonna play some pinball?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Perfect. 2875. Perfect. And when the green light comes on, it should be ready. Sorry, it's just waking up. It should come on in a second. Wow. Must be tired.
Would you like to try a Warhead sour pickle?
Okay. We had them out to try.
We thought we'd try
Yes, we
them.
never tried them. Here, I'll give you guys the stamp on your hand.
Oh, yeah.
And you are good until 11. If you have any questions, let us know.
Do you like more Warhead sour pickle?
No.
I'm gonna
can't
pass on that.
stand
so.
the smell right now. Where'd my pen go? Oh, Seven took it. Yeah, that smell was wafting. It wasn't really that great. Oh my gosh, we're so close to 75, 85. Oh my god, we're so close to 100. We need 2 more people. We're at 90.
to break 100.
Yeah,
Well,
if you count.
It's only 9:30, so
2 more people need to
2
come
more.
in so we can hit 100 today. It's not a common occurrence. We're not counting the party this morning
yeah.
because then we would have hit 100. But we want 100 individuals.
Yeah, actual people in here, it's about 150 right now. But
Yeah, we've had today. So that was just random. The guy came in. Whew.
So, yeah, Warhead sour pickle, yay or nay?
I mean, I think it depends. I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't really what I was expecting. It has a little bit of a pickle flavor to it, but I think what gives it the really tangy, sour taste is that it has. Does it have citric acid or just vinegar? It has calcium chloride. I don't understand why they need to put potassium sorbate or sodium benzoate in it because it's got vinegar. But and yellow number 5. Apparently they like
It wasn't pickly enough.
I've made pickles. They turn green. You don't need to add more dye.
It was not green. It was more yellow.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's like there's no point. Anyways, so I don't know. If someone else was having one, I'd have it with them. I feel like I'd need to eat it with like cheese and meat. I'm a big pickled cheese and crackers and salami or garlic oil type of person. Or I'll have a big side of pickles if I'm having a sandwich. But I don't usually just eat pickles on their own. They have to go with something.
Hashtag sour pickle challenge.
Is it a wet pickle or a candy pickle? It's a wet pickle. It's like a full. We should cut that clip and post it.
It's
Have
in
us
a
try.
bunch of vinegar. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's just vinegary pickle. Needs
Yeah.
more dill.
Follow us on show posts. You clip the live stream, download a clip of it, and then post it on, and then
hashtag it, yeah.
Hashtag Sour Pickle Challenge.
I can do that.
At Warheads. We've got enough of Warhead stuff in here. Woo. There we go. Cool boy.
Yeah, if it were like that, but I just had a whole pile of dill on it, I would
Yeah.
like it. I would probably be okay with it, but it just was just vinegar, sour,
Yeah.
nothing much. Yeah.
One of the things we want to do with the food dehydrator, freeze dryer, is make legit pickle chips. So they are
Yeah.
crunchy chips made of pickles. Now those,
We'll try
I
that.
think, will be really tangy and salty, and I think people would really like them. So
And that actually might be a use for those. Like,
yeah, if we
If
don't
we,
sell them, chop them up and then make
we have a whole
Warheads.
other box of them, and I think we've only sold one of those. So
Yeah.
if we don't sell any of them, we're gonna have to do something with them. We'll get the freeze dry
Let's
them.
see, how long are they good? I think we have until December. So
The probably expiry is like this time next century. It's just vinegar.
yeah, where is it? I thought there was a. Must
It
be on
doesn't
the box.
expire.
No. It
should
expires
say on it.
October 2025.
Yeah, we have some time.
And expire is
Use loosely.
well, especially for things that are, I feel like, canned or pickled, they have a tendency to last a lot longer, but there's a requirement to put a food expiration date on it within a reasonable amount of time.
I'm gonna go and make one more coffee.
Are you? It's almost 10 o'clock.
I'm just gonna make a simple shot.
Okay. Seven's gonna have more coffee. I don't know. I got pooped after yesterday. I started off the day in the garden, got a bunch of gardening done, and then I think I'm out of coffee. Oh, that's a new person playing that. That one actually works.
Sorry?
This one does. It's our oldest one in here.
Yeah.
And before everything was automatic, they had ball lifters. So if you push this lower plunger in, it scoops the ball up from below. And you get 5 balls to start on this one. And it's also called an add-a-ball. So you can keep winning more and more balls, extra balls, and play for a really long time.
Okay, cool.
All right, good luck. Cute. Send me all your expired wet food stuff. I bet that'd be pretty expensive, Spike. Robot porn. Reset says, I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but we'll just pretend we know what it is. More people, more repairs. Don't say that. Oh, hi, Neffers. I didn't even see you join the chat there. Where are you from? Thanks for joining us. More people, more repairs. It's true. We've done... Seven repaired something today. He actually had 2 games open. 3? And most of them were during our 50 people in here with the 4-H kids. Hurricane had something bent on it and it kept catching the ball and the ball kept getting stuck. I'll ask him about that because he never told me. And then for whatever reason, we moved Electra. And not by much. And for the ball keeps getting stuck on one of the top plastics with a rubber around it on the top playfield. It's very strange. And it's in such a balanced and precarious placement that no amount of shaking, just nudging, it's like when you have water in a bowl or a cup and you move around and you can see it staying in the same place, but you're the thing that's moving. And it's like that with the ball. You nudge it and you move the machine, but the ball stays in the same spot, and then you pull it back and then the ball moves back to the spot that it was before. It's really strange. So we think we might have to increase the back legs a little bit more, but it's just a really strange thing that's been happening. You're in England. Isn't that what are you, 4 hours ahead? So it's not too late. Wait, 10 a.m. So it's 2 a.m. there? Oh, I lived in, where did I live? I worked in Cheltenham Spa in Gloucestershire for a while. And then I worked at a school there in the summers, Neffers. And then I lived down in Hastings. So I can sympathize with how wet it is. I actually got flooded out of work one year. The school that I was working in, what year was it? You would probably remember this, although maybe not, because now I feel like it was so long ago. God, I feel old. 2005, 2006, 2007, I think. We were in Cheltenham Spa at the school, and in 1 day and a half we had 3 months worth of rain, and my boss, the headmaster, was and all the kids, we lived all over the school property. It was an international school for obnoxiously rich children from all over the world, and so the house that I was living in with the kids was across the street. We walked across the street, everybody's shoes got soaking wet. I called my boss up and said, we can't come back for afternoon activities because it was still raining. And I said everyone got their shoes wet. And he didn't believe me. He sent someone outside to go and check that the rain was that bad because he was too lazy to look out his window. So someone else had to go out wellies and actually confirm that the water was calf high and the kids could not come back to the school. for afternoon activities. Sorry, we're talking about how wet England is. And so we got flooded out of the school, and then I got to live out of a hotel with a bunch of kids trying to figure out a whole bunch of free stuff we could do in London for a week. And then everyone else got laid off but me, and I got sent off to another school. And one other guy. Anyways, that's my story of understanding and of empathizing with how wet it is in the summer in the UK.
So we were talking, to change the subject, we were talking to other people about this, but we didn't talk to the live stream about what's going on with the building yet.
Oh.
So, some news.
Yes.
Some news about the building. So, a week ago, on Friday, a woman comes in and she says, "Hi, I just bought your building." I'm like, okay.
I will be buying your building as of
Yes.
this date.
Yeah.
Should everything go well.
On
June 28th.
on the 27th, they're doing a building inspection. She's made the offer. It's obviously contingent on the building, but she already knows about what's going on with the building because I've talked to her before, and she's fine with that. She basically said that she bought the building with us in mind. She likes what we're doing, and she wants. I had talked to her to back up a little bit. A space had come up for rent, and I called and I talked to her. And the space is bigger than what we have here, but it only had one washroom. And so to move in, to get the washroom in and all of that before our busy season next month, we'd be cutting it pretty close. So I told her that. I said, it's, if this was October, it'd be a different story, but because the space sounds like it would work for us, but whatever. So I think that's how she decided to look into us, found out the building was for sale, looked into us, did all this. Anyway, so she says that what she wants to do with this building is at first level, she's going to go through and she's going to fix the deficiencies, which, yay, because there's a few. And then she'll figure out the plan. She wants to extend the building and make this more of a plaza, more of a destination plaza, with us in mind as sort of the anchor store. So if she's going to add, another 2,800 square feet onto this building, then the idea would be move into that. And then this space and the pizza place next door would kind of, I don't know if this place would turn into the pizza place as well, if they have the traffic for it, or if
Like another shop.
this would just be another shop. She mentioned something like having like a dairy bar, which is I've never seen it anywhere else, but on PEI it's super popular, maybe other places too. On the West Coast, not so much, but dairy bars are basically just, they sell ice cream, they sell like hamburgers and hot dogs.
It's kind of like a roadside diner, except most of it you buy and eat it outside. It's kind of like a drive-through walk-up window, and you order your food, and then what did they used to be called? Essentially,
it's almost like a drive-in that the girls would come out on roller skates and hang the thing on the side of your window.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like a drive-in, except
Kinda
you
like
get out of
that.
your car and walk up to grab your food, and then you go back and eat it in your car. But the big thing is ice cream that they sell, because there's lots of cows and shit here.
Yeah.
And then hamburgers and french fries.
Yeah. So and they're really big here, and they just open for 3 to 4 months out of the year, and then they close during the winter.
Yeah.
So Never says, are the pizza guys next door part of her plan? So she did say, she said those guys are more than welcome to join in. She goes, but anybody can run a pizza place. That's what she said to me. So I think she wants to have food here, something like pizza. But she was just like, I
think it was more like we're unique, and not saying there's anything wrong with them, but if they wanted to stay and work there, they could. But there's always restaurants that could fill the space, sort of thing. Nothing against them. So that's your quick update.
So it's exciting. It's interesting. We're going to leave our options open I think anybody can come in and make a whole bunch of promises, and that's fine. But we'll see theoretically at the end of this month, she'll have ownership, and then we'll see we'll see in July and August, we'll see what kind of changes are made here, because the deck out there is falling apart, our door needs replacing, the central cooling doesn't work at all.
And the central heating doesn't work at all.
Central heating doesn't work.
Like, we've had to get our heat pump repaired again. Like, the heat pump should have been replaced 10 years ago. You know.
So we'll see what kind of repairs she makes, and we'll see what kind of ideas she has. And so the one thing that I find really appealing about this is that we have particular things that we want to hit in a new space. I need a workshop. I need a workbench. I need a place to put some machines for storage. We need a place to do espresso and something like that. We really want to do that.
We need an area for the freeze dryer.
Yeah, we need a back room that we can do food prep and stuff, which can be split in half with a workshop kind of thing. So there'd be like a clean side and a not so clean side. And 400 square feet for that is more than enough room. We've got 200 back there, and that's fine for half of that. 200 more would be great for a workspace. We need space for people who don't want to play that sort of section off. So a couple of tables where if someone just wanted to have a coffee, sit down, and watch their kids play outside of the arcade. So we need another 200 or 300 square feet for that. We need more retail space. I want to bring in stuff like ant farms and more sea monkeys and crazy novelty
finger
crap
puppets and lobster hands and
Archie McPhee stuff.
Yeah.
All of that. More lava lamps, novelties, candy. So we need more retail space.
If we had a party room, or if there was like a better dedicated room to let people have their cake and stuff in, that's wishful thinking, but like the workshop, space for sitting, space for the espresso, more space for machines. Like, we'd love to add at least 10 more machines and get up to 60 machines. And here's side note, okay, everybody look down at Terminator right now, and the guy is like fully doing I'm gonna shoot you stance, and he's got his legs separated, and I watched him do it just a minute ago. It's really cute. I love when people get super into a game, but it's just like, this is for real, we're gonna be shooting. Sorry. Anyway,
so well, if she can hit all of the things that we want on a new space and we can afford it, great. And it's super appealing because there's some prep work we have to do for a space. So it'd be one of those things that it's right next door. How easy is that to work on?
Yeah.
You know, while you're getting ready to go, and then moving, like wherever we move, we're gonna have to pull a truck up. We're gonna have to load into a truck. We're gonna drive it to a space. We're gonna unload it. We're gonna set it up. Here to move, it's basically the effort of moving it into a truck, and that's it. We don't have to we wouldn't even have to lower the heads on half these things. We just
carry them over.
We just wheel them over. Yeah. So we'll see.
On that note, though, we have found a friend that has a truck that told us if we talked about how if we ever moved to a new space, we didn't want to take all of the legs off. We just wanted to load everything up in a truck and do a couple of trips to wherever the new space is. Everything's still on legs. And then
just fold the heads down, wrap the heads,
up.
And then but just not take the legs off.
So one of our regular customers drove up in a giant cube truck the other day and was just like, "This is my cube truck for work. And if you ever need to use a cube truck to pick anything up or drop anything off, let me know." We're like, okay. We have a bunch of chat. We need to pick up. Going back, I just want to comment on Nefer's joke here. Oh, it's just like the weather report. News just came in. It's wet. We sent someone out to prove it. It really was like that, and I was very offended. And I wasn't sure if it was because I was the only Canadian there, and they didn't think I understood what wet was. And I'm like, I grew up in Vancouver, thank you. It's wet 8 months out of the year. Anyways, Wonder Leono is from the Brazil. I'm trying Golian Golas. I'm gonna hold on. I want to look that up because I want to know how to pronounce that. That's an interesting. I'm gonna take a picture of that so I don't forget. Portuguese. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Okay. Hello, Wander.
There's lots of hellos. Reset says, how's Brazil? Got people down there. You watching out for them, okay? And Reset is doing a countdown. Here, 10. I'm going to assume that that's movie sign countdown.
Okay.
To 10 o'clock.
Are the pizza guys next door? We talked about that.
What's the movie tonight? Trauma.
What is Trauma?
Trauma's they did like.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Trauma team did the Mutant Adventure. God, what the Toxic Adventure, and movies like that. Low budget, kind of wacky.
Come in. Space Freaks from Planet Mutoid. Oddly enough. Oh, never mind. A new space sounds exciting. Yes.
Never says, got any studio stuff to show us? I'd like to see how your new monitors are working out for you, stuff like that. I've started a music page that has like my music on it. It's a YouTube page. I don't want to do any more music stuff on the Pinballorama one. So what I was going to do is some of the studio related ones, videos that are on Pinballorama's YouTube page, I want to move over to the studio page and separate them out. I mean, the nice thing is the Pinballorama page is monetized. The music one, not so much yet, but we'll see how it goes.
Share it with your friends. We only need like 800. He only needs like 800 more subscribers.
No, it's like 700, I think.
We're doing pretty good. A couple of the videos he released have been really popular. So
Kind of went a little nuts,
Reset 5, Jules, aka Rebecca.
Anyway, more studio stuff I would like to. It's a time thing, and I haven't even had time to go to the studio, so I want to though. Okay, so Reset, Spike, it's movie time. They're gonna head off to movie time, and it's almost 10, and we're gonna end the stream here pretty soon.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's almost 10.
Feels early though. Still have an hour. All right, almost movie time. Thanks, Evan and Sophia. Thanks, Spike. Thanks, Reset. Thanks, Rebecca. Those guys will be invaluable if poop hits the fan. Move your machine.
With a single swipe. Yeah, no
operation.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the other thing is before this all happened, we've actually been talking about potentially buying a building too if the right thing came up.
2 people. Hi, how are you?
For 2 people, you came at a good time. The last 2 hours, you get $5 off. So it's $28.75 for 2 people, and you can play for an hour. All right. So $28.75 from 40. I'll get you some change.
Is this your first time in?
Yeah.
Welcome.
So all the machines are set to free play. You
Okay.
just got to hit the button and go. You don't have to put coins in them.
Okay.
Have you played before, pinball?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think so. Are you
So-
sure? Do you want to listen? Sorry.
When you hit the start button, it'll add a player. If you hit the button 4 times, it adds 4 players.
Okay.
If you guys want to play together, hit the button once, let it do its song and dance. It'll spit a ball out. Hit the button again, that'll add the second player to it.
Okay.
If you just hit it twice, it may not register the
Yeah.
second player.
I'll give you a stamp. It's just you get 3 balls per game, and some games go up to 6. So if you hit it 6 times, then you'll end up with 18 balls, and I promise you'll get bored. So just hit it once or twice.
Thanks.
All right. And you just missed it. We tried them.
I had a sample of them out. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're really tangy.
They're
Yeah,
interesting.
I wouldn't say they're bad at all. If you like pickles, you'll probably enjoy it. All right. And 75, 85.
Neffer says what got me into your channel was the art restoration on the tables, back glasses, but the other stuff you've done still interesting. Don't get me wrong. I did a lot of the studio stuff because we were waiting for COVID to end so that we could open the arcade. I was working on the studio space and trying to get that up and going. I was kind of focused on that. So I was like, I got to keep making videos for the channel so it doesn't die. So I'll just make some. That's when I started the 7 show. Because I was like, well, I bought this drum set and I want to split the toms and stuff and do a bunch of stuff. I'll make a video on that, which is how I started making videos for YouTube for pinball stuff. is I would go to look for something, and there was a video on it or a couple videos on it, but it wasn't very concise. Like I couldn't really figure out what they were doing. So I was like, well, screw it. I'm just going to try it, and I'll make a video on it. I'll try to make it a little bit more clear what I'm doing. And there weren't really a whole lot of, when I was like, how do I split the triggers on the Elisa's drum machine? There really weren't any videos on it, so I'm like, I guess I got to make a video on it. And then the monitors I bought, that I don't even remember which ones they are now.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I remember. We talked about them a lot.
There wasn't much information out on those. And then I made another video because there's some switches on the back, dip switches, and they changed the EQ curve of the monitor, but there wasn't any, there was no documentation on it.
Oh.
If you looked at the PDF for that particular monitor, it didn't tell you exactly what it was doing. Well, it's like I already had my test stuff set up for EQing the room and working on the room acoustics. I'll just do some shots of what the monitors were, and figure out what the dip switches actually do to the monitors. And one of the guys from the company,
Oh, that's right.
I can't remember the name of the company. I'll have to look it up.
Oh my god.
He actually
Look on your
contacted
channel.
me. He was like, "Yep, that's exactly what they do." So I was like, dead on.
There you go.
Sorry, I have to look it up. I can't remember what the.
Nefers could tell us.
I have to look it up and see what those monitors were. It's somewhere here.
Aww, arcade space videos.
Cali, NS,
That's
the
what it
NS,
was.
NS what's?
Click on it. It's probably in the description.
The IN 5.
That's
Cali
right.
Audio IN 5. That was the monitor.
Because you were choosing between the IN 5 and the IN 7s. Wasn't there a 7 one? I feel like there were two of them, and you're like
No, the 8s.
8. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I remember you're like, is it worth it to get the 8? And you thought the 5 was just as good.
Well, at the time, they were on the first generation of the 8, and it's an IN 8, so it's an 8-inch sub. It's an 8-inch woofer. IN 5 is a 5-inch, and there was a lot of people were complaining. It's a 3-way speaker. A lot of people were complaining that there was a bit of noise coming out of the 8s. So it's like, well, I'll get the 5s. And then right after I got the 5s, they came out with version 2 of the 8s, and they fixed that problem. So,
How dare.
but that's all right. They actually pair really well with my subwoofer, like my Atom. I got the Atom A7s, and I really like those for
Oh,
monitors.
that's right.
And those pair really good with the subwoofer, so I can actually switch back and forth between the two and not change the subwoofer at all. So, high, mid, low cut boost, cool, but we're frequencies. Excellent. Yeah.
Another room. 7 turned his room
And I had to,
around.
and I want to move the room again. So downstairs, in that space, I can cut the downstairs in half and have the same amount of floor space that I have upstairs in the studio. The benefit of doing that is now I'm in a regular rectangular room that doing acoustic treatments to are predictable and understandable, and I am used to dealing with. Upstairs, I hate that. I hate mixing and working in that space. I don't like it at all. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'll move downstairs, I'll separate it out so that I have we have to get the storage out of that space. So we have a bunch of pinball machines that are just stored in there right now. Once we get that out, I just need space for a workbench and to work on some machines. Then I'll have room, I'll be able to put a wall up. I'll move all the studio stuff downstairs, but I'll leave upstairs. I'll keep my drum sets up there. I'll keep acoustic stuff up there. I'll keep my servers up there. All of that, and then downstairs will just be my console, keyboards, a few odds and ends. So it'll be better functioning studio. And then upstairs, I'll be able to have monitor, keyboard, mouse, monitors, everything I need to run the DAW recording. So I just won't have access to the mixing board and stuff. But so if I want to do drums or something, I can go upstairs, set up the mics, get everything all going, and then I just have to hit play with the mouse, and they'll have the computer screen up there that's just a reference of what's going on downstairs. So yeah, I think it will work really well. And acoustically, it'll be better, and the layout will be better. And yeah, eventually. All right, it's after 10. I think we're gonna end the stream.
Sure.
You look talk down.
No, I'm fine.
All right, for those of you who are still on the stream, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us.
We will see you next time, maybe next Saturday. We'll see. We
Yeah.
talked about doing them on Fridays, but
Yeah, just because I took Monday off because today was going to be such a big day, so I could come in with 7. But I work Monday to Friday now. I used to only work 4 days a week for my day job, so I usually take Saturdays off.
yeah.
So we might move it over to Fridays because I come in on Fridays and work from the arcade.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll start doing it. Never sorry for the audio nerd talk, pinheads.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
All right. So we will
Catch
we're
you
gonna end
later.
the stream, and we will talk to you all later.
Bye.
See ya.